History boy.
We have something very special to share with you guys, COD India Blueprint. So we did this specifically for Affiliate World Bangkok 2023. I partnered up with Vipul, did a 4 months doing case studies. So without further ado, Vipul.
Hello, Affiliate World. How are you guys doing? It's so exciting to be here. If you are here to watch us speak about India COD Blueprint. So we wouldn't waste a lot of time. Let's cut to the chase. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vipul Garg, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at VFulfill. To quickly cover what is VFulfill, it is an e-commerce platform where you can discover winning products, source and stock any product from around the world, fulfill and ship orders to anywhere in India, receive COD payments, and manage all your business operations under one single dashboard. It's almost like you do the marketing, VFulfill does the rest. And these are some ecosystem partners that we work with. And Law?
So my name is Lawrence Tope. I'm the marketing director of Ad Tiger. So we're a publicly listed marketing company, agency from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. We work with 1,000+ businesses and marketers like yourselves worldwide. We have AI technology and media buying solutions, and we are premier partners for Meta, Google, TikTok, and other traffic sources. So just to give you guys a perspective, today we're processing 10,000 orders working with e-com entrepreneurs just like yourselves. And we help launch and scale profitable e-com business worldwide, especially right now in India. So why India, Vipul?
Yes, guys, I'm an Indian, and I can tell you 10,000 orders a day in India is nothing. It's a joke. Honestly, it's a joke. The scope is beyond the roof. Do you guys remember the 2017, 18, 19 US dropshipping golden days? Well, those are the days with India. And let's understand this from a language we all understand. Numbers. Look at this screenshot. One of our partners, 1 month's ad accounts. Do you guys see something? The CPMs, CPC, impressions, reach, it's never been seen before. In India, you get $1 CPMs as compared to 10 plus in the West. The CPCs are less than 10 cents, which means you can test more and scale really fast. And India comes with wide reach. You'd be amazed to know that India has more online buyers than the whole of Germany, by the way. And let's also understand this from the landscape perspective now.
So not only that, you got to realize that India is the second largest English-speaking country after the US. We're talking about 250+ million English speakers, right? So that's 1.3 billion in population. That's the 5th largest economy with 100 billion plus in e-commerce market size. And this is based on Deloitte and Touche, marketing firm in Wall Street. So if you're able to bring your winning products in the West using the same landers, creatives, you can have easy and total domination. India is literally a blue ocean market. There is just too much going on. There's a lot of traffic there. So let's move on.
Speaking of launching your winners from the West, existing or old ones, take a look at this, for example. Do you guys recognize something? Are you able to spot something? The famous portable blender in the US, BlendJet? Well, one of our partners took inspiration from the same and used similar landers, similar creatives to create a brand for himself. He calls it Slush. The overall revenue has been $1.3 million plus at a profit margin of 18%. The ROS is 4.8x and the delivery rate is 83%. Now you got to look at one thing over here. We are specifically talking about delivery rate because India is a cash on delivery market. And in any cash on delivery market, it's very important you look at your delivery rates because if you ship out 100 orders, and only 60 get delivered, you're going to be paid out for only those 60 orders. We're going to speak more about it in the slides to follow, but let's first understand why cash on delivery is an opportunity for all of you in India.
So why COD, right? So I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with the old school of drop shipping method. We created that old school method. We had a store called Dude's Gadget. We killed it with drop shipping. But the thing is like you had to do it with credit cards, right? It was great back in the day. Now everyone does it. So now it's changed. The margins are very thin. So COD margins are a lot better. The biggest thing is because there is no chargebacks. Since you're not dealing with credit cards like a drop shipping, there is no payment processor issues. You know, all you have to worry about is selling products that you can sell without risking any payment thresholds. There's a lot of people right now doing drop shipping that still has PayPal or Stripe holds. You don't have to worry about that. All you got to worry about is reaching more people, having better conversions, and lower CPAs. And we can do that with COD in India, and that's why we're going to tell you about the blueprint.
Yes, guys, coming to the 5-step India COD blueprint. That's what you guys are here for, right? Thank you for that energy. This blueprint is something which is not any guesswork. It's something which is science. We have perfected this over years. We have results of over $15 million plus in revenue with this blueprint. And the best thing about this blueprint is that it's repeatable, which means you can use this to create multiple profitable e-com stores for yourself. And as we dig into this blueprint, let us also show you some crazy products that have done well.
So here are 4 products that has been done in the West, and we migrated to COD India with our partners. As you can see, with just our metrics, the lowest profit margins you'll have is 15%. Right now in dropshipping old school style with like all that stuff, you'll be lucky to get 10%. COD India, 15%. And we're thankful for having our partners to give us our their metrics.
Yes, I see some of them sitting here. Thank you guys for allowing us to share this data with everyone here. Now let's hit the blueprint. Well, we wanted to hype this up a bit. We wanted to go all in. So we are famously calling this the RLTOS framework. The steps are easy, 5-step: research, launch, test, scale, and optimize. Now you guys would have heard about these keywords here and there, but we are today here to exactly share with you our learnings and all the steps that you need to do in all of these 5 steps to literally ace India COD e-commerce up. Let's get started with the first step.
So step 1 is research. Product research is your foundation. Yes, it's been done many times. You can look at it in YouTube. But you have to realize this is the most important step. If you have good research plus right validation, it makes everything easier in the other steps. You'll have better results. You have more profits. Do not half-ass your product research. It will tell you exactly how to do it with formulas.
And the big question is, where do you look for product ideas, right? Well, here are some useful tools that you can always look for to get product ideas. Some of them have been spoken about. Some of them are very new finds. You guys can take a picture. I'm not going to get into the details of it. You can explore it and use them to find product ideas. The one that we use internally is called Ecom Insider because it gives you the products out already relevant for India and in general. One thing that you guys need to remember is that whenever you're looking at product ideas, the way we do it is we break it down into 2 categories in our head. First, we call them new products. These are novelty products, unique finds, products that are not selling in India right now, which means you can import them from China and sell them really easily with the never seen before angle and can expect really good profitability out of it. The other type of products are viral products. These are generally evergreen products which have been already selling in India or are locally available as well. Now the best way we recommend our partners to run these products is via repositioning them. Change the branding, change the angle so that you're able to stand yourself out from the competition and reap the maximum profitability out of these products.
So going forward, so we have something called the PC3 validation method. So this is what we look for in product ideas. Product fit, number 1, it needs to solve a relevant problem in India. So take in case you want to migrate selling products in the US. don't do snow. Don't do barbecue. It might be good in the US is because it's a big country. There's often snow. You have big grills. You can go camping. But that's in the US, not so much in India. So be aware of that. Also, another big thing is make sure your product is below 500 grams because it's cheaper to ship out. That's something very, very important. And the third is make sure you don't sell just based on the wow factor. There's a difference between hope sales and real sales. A hope sale is what you get on Meta. It's a lead. It's COD. You don't get a sale unless you get the money from the customer into your bank or into your hands. So be aware of hope sales versus real sales, okay? Second is creative fit. Is there creatives available already in the market? For example, in TikTok is banned in India. That's a good source to get your creatives easily, cheaply, without going crazy. So on the third part is competition fit. Is it selling in Amazon Prime India? That's a good indicator. If it's a lot of listing in Amazon India, then I highly suggest not to do it. You'll have too much competition. And the second part is very, very important. Choosing the selling price. You know, that's the most important thing because you don't know how much you're going to sell and make a profit. So we have made a calculator for you guys on the following slide. We'll explain that to you in more detail. And the fourth is compliance fit. Making sure just having the knowledge with your region that selling vapes in India or sex toys is not allowed. Also working with your agency or your traffic sources like Meta especially, it's always a black box. You never know what's going to happen. You can have beauty products that can get approved or something that might not get approved. So work with them and we'll show you that on the later slides.
Oops.
So,
yep. Okay, so we wanted to go all in for this talk and we wanted to also put a case study together. So what we did was we asked the partner to research for a product, validate it, and he selected this product. It's a backless bodysuit shapewear. Now, if you look at it, it's a novelty product, not seen as such before in India. It also matches the PC3 validation, product fit, creative fit, competition fit, and compliance fit. And the icing on the cake is that it's a women-centric product. And we have always observed that women-centric products do really, really well in India. Oh, and we had this GIF as well. Now, time for some bonuses. You know, Law was talking about the PC3 validation method. We understand that there could be things that you might forget. So we've actually put together an exhaustive list of parameters and questions that you can ask yourself when you're looking at any product idea and then validate it for market fit in India. Because let's face it, guys, you don't want to sell and test the wrong product in the first place, right? We're going to give you the link for this bonus at the end of our slides. It's very exclusively for affiliate world only. We don't share it in general with people, and we only share this with our internal partners. The other bonus that we also have, it's an Alibaba to India landing cost calculator. Because we get this question a number of times where people ask us and on how do they calculate their product cost in India once they have seen it on Alibaba. So we made it easy for you. You can use this to calculate a product price and even choose your suggested selling price, which this calculator will tell you more about. The next step.
So the second step is launch, right? So just get ready to set up your front end and your back end. We'll go through it quickly. Set up your store in Shopify, set up a listing, checkout confirmation, backend, order your minimum order quantity, fulfillment, shipping, COD selection, and making sure that you handle your Indian and tax ID because we are talking about COD India. So going more into detail.
Yep, coming to the front-end operations, you set up your store, you set up your product page, and you set up your checkout. Now, let me cover this up quickly on how you do it for India. Now, for stores, of course, you have multiple platforms. Shopify is proven. We recommend Shopify. For themes, Debutify and Sense are good converting ones. You should also install an app called Advanced Cash on Delivery so as to activate the cash on delivery as a payment method on your store. Other apps that you can install are vFulfill, OnePixel, and you should also try and put a return and a refund policy early at stage because people often forget about it once they are putting things in place. Now this is basic. Let's come to the product page, which is an important one. Now you have to realize most of India buys over a mobile phone. So your product page must always be mobile ready. You must focus on GIFs more than videos. You should highlight cash on delivery available more on your page, and you should always add India-specific trust stamps, which we'll show you an example for as we move ahead. Now, the most important point is setting up your checkout, because you guys have to realize that Shopify's default checkout is not built for COD markets, and hence we like to use an app called Release It or Checkout X, and I'll also show you a very good and a winning checkout design in the next slides. If you look at the left and right hand side, this is exactly a winning checkout design that you guys can always copy in. It's DIY using the apps we talked about. This has some crazy conversion rates. And one thing that you must remember is that the mobile phone number, an Indian mobile phone number, is a mandatory thing when you are receiving your orders on COD. And on the left-hand side, you have some buy now buttons that have done and given us really crazy add to cart rates. So that's another thing for your example.
So let's talk about the back-end operations, right? So this is affiliate world. So as an affiliate, we recommend you to source your back-end operations because you just want to worry about your creatives, your media buying. So for number one sourcing, I highly suggest 1688 for China, get it your wholesale or whatever. And then the second part is fulfillment, ship orders, collecting COD payments, tax management. That's a huge, huge deal. We would recommend you a company that would do that, but there's not that many companies. So that's why I work with vFulfill, because the hard part of COD is connecting the dots together. So we figured it out with vFulfill that if you're able to have your fulfillment and shipping orders, collecting your cash, getting the money from the customers into your bank, and then being able to deal with the Indian tax management and legal fees in one-stop shop, it makes things a lot easier. So let's move on to setting up your confirmation process, right? So typically, we suggest that you hire a call center in India. But we partnered up with a e-commerce company in India, and we realized that having a WhatsApp automated response, plus having vFulfill's database auto risk analysis, combine that together, we increased our order confirmation at 85%, and it's all automated. So it's a huge deal.
Yep, time for the next step, testing. Now guys, we are not going to talk about how do you place campaigns on Facebook and all of that stuff, that's pretty basic. But these are the three metrics that you must measure for when you are testing your product out. The first is your CPA, second, confirmation rate, and third, delivery rate. A good CPA is about 20 to 25% of your AOV, which means 4 to 5x of ROS. Confirmation rate, a good one is 90 plus, and a good delivery rate is 55 plus. Now, of course, this is just a thumb rule to measure how you do things, but then if you are data freak and nerds like us, we've also put together a COD profitability calculator where you simply put together your numbers and it will exactly tell you what sort of profit margin are you operating at. And this is something which is much demanded by all of our partners because this tells you and gives you the grip on your business when you are scaling in on India COD. Another thing that we have for you is the break-even CPA or ROS calculator, which can tell you what's the upper threshold that you must never cross if you actually want to keep making money with the product testing and the scaling as you go about it.
So we're talking about creatives. We're in the testing phase, right? So the cheapest way to have your product tested is just look at the TikTok creatives. The big thing is TikTok is banned in India, so there's no copyright issues. It's the biggest and fastest way and the cheapest way to test your creatives. On the other note is if you want to do your own thing, there's TikTok videos that you can get on PP ads. If you want to do more editing, you can use Clipchamp. And if you want to even go further with AI, there's English AI voiceover, 11 Labs. And the last part is Hindi AI voiceover really works with localization and COD. India and Dubverse does the job for us. And here are 2 examples of creatives. The cheapest way to test it on this side, on the TikTok creative, we just literally just ripped it, stole it from TikTok, and it was a huge winning creative. And on my left side, on your right side, is a AI generate creative made by AdTiger internal team. All the faces that you see here from the women are fake. It's easy, it's very cheap, but just showcase you that testing phase is simple. You can get all these creatives easily and cheaply.
Okay, coming to step 4, optimize. Well, guys, of course, optimization is an evergreen job. But then what we have done is we've put together few things that have always worked for us. So that if you want to get started, you always have an edge with India COD and you're not kicking tires and experimenting on the fly. Now, in India, your profitability is typically a function of your CPA and your delivery rate. So that is what we're going to talk about in this specific phase and share with you our learnings on how to decrease your CPA and how to increase your delivery rates.
So we have to optimize for cost per acquisition. And how do you do that? You have to increase your click-through rate and your conversion rate. So number 1 thing is having an expert fan page that's localized to India. So if you're selling a health product, having a page name like Dr. Patel versus Dr. Smith goes a long way. It's very, given. And the second part is, remember the foundations, right? The discount hooks, buy one, get one free, is always a proven and tested tip for any e-commerce brand to increase your CPA.
Now, the other one that you can do is put reviews and ratings on your page because you have to realize Indians love to buy what their peers buy. The next thing that you can always do is set up automated cart abandonments because this is one of the underdog methods to actually have automation work for you and bring you up to 8 to 10% extra sales. And of course, cart abandonment sales, guys, are like 0 CPA sales, so it's pure money. Next up is how do you optimize for your delivery rate? Well, it goes a long way, and of course, it's a proven fact that if you're able to reach your customers fast, you're going to have better delivery rates. So you want to work with a fulfillment center which is able to fulfill your orders in 1 day and then ship them and reach your customer in 2 to 3 days. Another good hack is optimizing your thank you page. You have to realize thank you page is one of the most underlooked over real estate in your entire web flow. For example, what our partner did was on his thank you page, he started to embed those aggressive before-after reviews of his product and also started to place premium positioning for his product. Results, the delivery rate literally jumped by 5%. Next up is because you have already given that premium positioning, you want to stay in touch with your customers until your order delivers. For this, again, we can set up an automated WhatsApp sequence which can help you send shipping updates and continue to remind your customers about the orders coming in. Another one is set up offers on UPI. Now, what's UPI? UPI is like the Apple Pay of India. Everyone uses UPI in India, and it's very, very convenient. So it's natural if you put up an offer, something like this over here, which says pay online via UPI and get 5% off. You can literally convert 10 to 15% of your COD orders into prepaid, which means instant money and guaranteed deliveries.
So let's talk about the final step, scaling. So what are we trying to scale for? We have to scale for more orders and more revenue. So how do we scale for more orders? There's something called vertical scaling. I'm sure you all know this. Launching new creatives, invest in localized user-generated content. It's a huge thing, especially in India. So here's some agencies that we suggest. There's ScrollStop.agency, Confluencer, AdTiger. And the good thing is, we're also going to give you another bonus, ChatGPT prompts that's very good converting with the hooks. So for example, for holidays like Diwali or wedding season, we'll give you all of that in a bonus in the other slides.
Now, coming for horizontal scaling, what you guys can always do is add more traffic sources. You can now diversify from Facebook to Google or even native. You can use Taboola, Outbrain to do that. Native, by the way, is still not exploited in India as such, so there's scope over there. Another thing that you can do is convert your product into an affiliate offer and launch it on an Indian affiliate network so that you can get all of their affiliates to work for you. For example, what we did was we converted our winning products into offers and launched it on a network called vCommission. It's an Indian affiliate network. Another thing that you can do is list your product with an A+ listing on Amazon India website, which is amazon.in. Because when you're scaling in aggressively, you're doing a lot of marketing. This way, it's natural that marketplaces begin to develop organic searches for your keyword. For example, over here, so why lose money on the table? And we are able to see 8 to 10% of our sales coming in organically from Amazon itself.
So how do you scale for more revenue? We have to increase average order value. So number one is, again, setting up bundles, discounted bundles, the tried and tested, buy one, get one free. But the second part is setting up low value bumps. So for example, adding an extra connector for the straps for 129 goes a long way. So these little details really helps out to increase your AOV. That's why it's not that crazy with this slide, is because if you do this little step, it will really increase your AOV. So don't skip out on this.
Now, next up is how do you increase your customer LTV, right? Now, the beauty of this blueprint, that what we preach, is you go about, use the blueprint, use the step one, and put more hero products back into your funnel. For example, for this backless bodysuit, our partner added fleece leggings. It's winters in India, so it's working well. And also added snatched bodysuit. Now, of course, once you have more hero products in your funnel, you can choose to make bundles or simply remarket to your existing customers. And you can use these apps to remarket to your existing customers using SMS or WhatsApp. We do not see a lot of traction with email in India, but WhatsApp and SMS really work very well. Okay, time for results. The backless bodysuit case study. So far, this has had a lifetime revenue of 540K plus. It's currently at 210K US dollars per month. The ROS is 4.7x. The delivery rate is 79%. And the profit margin stands at 29%. Law, would you like to talk about this?
So we have another bonus case study. So that backless bra is a safe product, but we're affiliates. We got to test the water. So this is a riskier product. So actually, the way this worked was it was called the General Fat Loss Oil in India. It got really viral. But I'm like, we could sell this in Meta in India. I'm like, oh my goodness, let's try it up. So what the partners did was they created a new branding, and they called it the Fat Melting Oil. They changed up the launch phase, the confirmation phase, and even the creative to make it more compliant. So they worked with us with the testing phase.
And this is what the partner did in the optimized phase. This is what they did in the scale phase. If you see, they patched their fat melting oil with fat melting patches. This is the result looking like lifetime revenue of 950K plus, monthly revenue average being 250K plus, ROS at 4.1x, delivery rate of 53%, and a profit margin of 18%.
So we showcase you guys 2 study cases. One is more compliant, one is more risky. So you decide what you want to do. But the best thing that we're going to offer you today is the bonus dump. Because you can listen to this and come in one ear and come out the other. But we are here to give you guys something that's actionable. You can go back to the PowerPoint and then download the bonus dump. Number 1 is the checklist. We gave you the blueprint checklist. Product validation. Number 2, chat GPT prompts. This is being sold and sponsored as an IG. We're giving it for you for free, specifically for COD India, right? With creative hooks. And number 3, the bonus is the calculators. You can even decide if you want to test this product or not with our e-com profit calculator. Plug in the numbers, takes you 30 seconds, and then it'll make you decide all the products that you're choosing. Okay, this is the right one. with the cost price selling calculator as well too, all included under vFulfill's link down below. Please check it out. So we made it very engaging, the PowerPoint, so you can download it, go back, do your research, and try out COD India.
Yes, guys, go ahead, get that thing going. It will help you stand out, separate yourself from the sheep, and get an edge. Thank you guys for all of your time.
That's
We
all.
loved interacting with you.
Get this tea, boy.